You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show. What's going on, everybody in the world? Welcome back to another episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast. I'm your host, as always, author, podcaster, and gamer, Tim K.A. Trotter. Joining me for the first time in a while, the one, the only, the Buster of Knuckles, Mike List.
Hey, Tim. How you doing, buddy?
I'm a little sore because my buddy, who I was helping to move last night, fucked everything up. And I'm actually supposed to go back and help him after this, which I didn't know until we're driving to his new place in the U-Haul. And he's like, yeah, so tomorrow when you all come over. And I was like, tomorrow? So,
Yeah.
But other than that, the world is ending all around us.
The world on fire, literally.
Yes, Washington State has been hit incredibly hard with fire, most of which we're finding out has been started by arsonists of all fucking things. Because of course, why not?
Yes.
California and Oregon are on crazy fires. My understanding is 10% of Oregon's been evacuated, which is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And Washington's just like, hey, let's go burn down the skate rink that Tim used to skate in when he was a child. Why the fuck not? So, world's nuts, Mike. World's nuts.
I mean, the world in general. Like, 2020, this year has been insane.
2020 has brought out all the nutters.
Dude.
Man, it's crazy. I can't even. It just seems like every other week. It's like, oh, hurricanes. Oh, forest wildfires. Oh, smog. Oh, people fucking cutting each other for toilet paper. Oh, also there's a pandemic. Oh, it's
also aliens.
Oh,
the government you didn't see that the government released footage showing not UFOs. I'm sorry, they don't use unidentified flying objects. They used what was the term? Unearth-like objects. I'm like, so you mean aliens? Okay, and they dropped that like mid. I'm surprised you didn't know.
Oh,
they dropped
me too.
They dropped that like mid pandemic.
Of course.
Like, of course, no one's going to notice that they said basically aliens exist or something out there exists that we don't comprehend.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, what else? I'm just waiting for Cthulhu to show up.
Gosh. Well, Yeah. Well, gosh, I don't even know what to say to that one because I definitely missed that one. And as an alien, X-Files truth is out there. I want to believe aficionado. That is surprising to me.
Joe Rogan had on a pilot for the Air Force, a commander.
Was it that one? So that one I caught a clip of. I did catch a clip of that, and that was the footage from a year ago from the aircraft carrier, and there were those like balls that just fucking ripped past those.
They call them Tic Tacs.
Yeah,
they're shaped like the Tic Tac. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, the government released it and was like, "Yeah, we don't know what these are." We're not saying that they're aliens, but we're not saying that they're aliens.
Well, that just sounds like your classic suit, men in black
suit talk.
kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, we're on a little bit of a time crunch, but we're going to try to give you a banger of a show, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a long time, or at least it feels like a long time because of all this shit.
Too long.
There you go. Too long since your boys have been back on the airwaves, side by side, obviously greatly socially distanced apart. But like a country.
We're practicing proper social distancing.
Yeah, we've been practicing proper social distancing for fucking years.
Yeah.
We're OGs at it. Yeah, everybody else is imitators.
Yeah, you guys just got new to the social distancing game. We are the originators of the social distancing.
Exactly. Yeah. I was trying to think of something witty, like, because, you've come up with, like, Podfather and, stuff like that. What would you do for podcast social distancing? I'm not even sure. Like the pod distancing? I don't know.
We're the podcast pandemic response team, bro.
Exactly.
We're here for you.
It is true. We do throw this out into the interwebs, and if it makes you smile or it makes you chuckle, then we have done the very minimum of our non-paid jobs here.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, alrighty. We've probably got a bazillion things to cover in all of the categories. So I'm going to leave it to you. I don't have our traditional spin ring today, but old DM Buster Knuckle should have a D20.
I have about 11 of them. So I'm just going to grab... Brock will recognize this one. I say it. My jade green die.
Oh, yeah. You showed me a picture of that. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, I'll send you another one so if you want to put like on the Discord when this drops what my D20 looks like.
Sure.
Oh, starting off real sexy with a nat 20, baby.
Okay, cool. What's the nat 20? Is that, I forget what our number arrangement was.
I don't know. Make something up. Pretend like we went through this and not that we're doing it off the seat of our pants like we always do. Tim, make something up.
Fuck, I don't even have my own Discord open up. Well,
Tim's choice.
Nat 20 would be the highest, obviously, and if we're looking at the list in chronological order, we go life, entertainment, video games, and technology. So you would assume technology would be at the top. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about technology, which is fine because I know that's Mike's least favorite topic.
It is.
So we'll bust through that and then get to the good shit. Yeah, technology. Elon Musk was showing off Neuralink. I don't know if you know anything about that. That's the chip that goes in your fucking brain, Mike. Mm-hmm. Put in by robots.
Have you seen the movie? What was that movie a couple years ago, with the guy who gets a chip put in his brain and it takes over?
Wasn't that the Johnny Depp one?
Upgrade.
Oh no, I haven't seen Upgrade. I wanted to though. I heard it was amazing.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Also, another reason why I'm not getting a goddamn computer chip put in my brain.
Well, but it's fine. So I watched the presentation. It was actually pretty solid. I learned some things about neuroscience, which I did not know. I learned that there's basically a sensor that scientists and medical scientists have had for a while that can see the neurons firing in your brain, Mike.
What?
Yeah, they've had basically this sensor thing that they can put to your skull, and then in kind of like a black and green thing, you'll see blips of white, glowing light, and those are your neurons firing in your brain.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
So this first generation Neuralink is scanning the neurons firing in your brain. And it turns out neurons firing in your brain for at least this first generation, which focuses on helping disabled people get the use of their limbs back, that have been damaged. So they gave the example of, if you were fucked up in a car accident and you get all the surgeries you need, your limbs are attached correctly, your nerves are attached correctly, but your fucking arms, your legs just don't fucking work, like they're supposed to. So apparently with Neuralink, you can put it in your skull, which obviously is super fucking creepy. And, both the Cyberpunk game is coming out this year, and we've just officially entered the realm of Cyberpunk for sure now. And this scans the neurons firing in your brain, and it can make a map. And so it can help your neurons to bridge the gap if there's like a glitch in your brain neuron matrix, so that it can help heal the correct synapses to your like dead limbs and legs. And so this first generation, they envision like you put it in your head for like 6 months, and it gently, helps the synapses refire in the correct sequence after scanning your brain, so that you can get use of your limbs and legs back. And then you take it out, and then you're done with it, and your like fucking legs and arms are fixed. And that is what the first generation of Neuralink intends to do. And they used the example of, they had like a live demonstration, and they had some pigs, and they were able to, supposedly, obviously, we'll have to take their word on it. They had like a pig whose like nose, like, I don't know, didn't work or something. So like this pig, she couldn't determine like between the different foods or whatever that was laid out in front of her. So she would she would like eat poison, if you put poison in front of her. So supposedly with a Neuralink, they were able to scan this pig's brain and like refire the correct neurons after like I said, this all goes back to the sensor that basically sees a light show, and the light show always happens in a specific way. Like we've talked before, metaphorically speaking, that, people are wired, certain ways. Yeah. Well, it turns out that's actually pretty fucking true. And turns out if you fuck with the wiring, the idea is that this Neuralink can help you the fuck out. So the first generation of Neuralink, which is here, you go into like a certified hospital, and they built a special robot because they're not going to trust fucking humans to put this shit in your brain. And supposedly, without anesthesia, this robot will rip a hole in your skull, attach a Neuralink, which, by the way, is like 8 millimeters thick and fits in between the skull cap, your brain tissue, and sits right in the fluid between your skull cap and your brain tissue. And then there's like, I don't know, they said it was like it was a very, very, very high number. It was like billions of like little strands of like wires, and those attached to certain areas of the brain. And then that's what detects the neurons. And Elon Musk joked in the presentation that, unfortunately, battery technology has not advanced as fast as he would have liked. So basically, you have this disk computer with wires in your brain, and he was saying it runs about 23 hours before you need to charge. And yes, charge the thing in your brain, Mike. And you put it like a little inductive magnetic charger on your fucking skull to charge it. And he says it charges in about an hour. And he said, yes, it's weird as hell. The future is here. So this is the first generation of Neuralink, and it's here, and it supposedly works. Okay. And Elon Musk pointed out, because he was taking questions from the crowd who were going buck wild with questions, they were just like, so if this scans a map of your brain, like, could you theoretically, like, create, like, a backup of your fucking neuron patterns and then, like, re-upload at a later date? And then Elon Musk said, like, he envisions a world where people get a Neuralink in their teens and they wear it for 6 months and then take it out, so that if ever some fucking shit happens, like, their arm gets ripped off and then they reattach it or something in some bad car accident, they have the surgery to put it on, and then they re-upload the original synapse pattern so that it matches exactly and it helps the healing process. And then boom, that you take the Neuralink out again. And I was like, fucking Cyberpunk, we're here.
So you're telling me we're about 20 years away from a cortical stack?
I'm telling you, where this is the first of Coracle Stacks, probably.
Yeah.
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 For sure. Like, shit, Mike.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, that's today. That is today. This is a real thing. You go in, there's a fucking robot, you know, pretty small robot, I might add, and they fucking laser a hole in your fucking skull.
Oh my god, I can't even think about that.
They put a little disc in, and then attach wires to neurons, and you're in and out in 3 hours, supposedly with no anesthesia, which I don't even understand. Like, what does that mean? How?
Yeah.
Like,
you feel a little pinch?
I don't know. I would assume a hole in your fucking skull would hurt, maybe.
I mean, I assume it would not feel great.
You know, I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I'm not going to try to be a smart guy about it. But, you know, Cyberpunk 2077 may be coming out in November. But end of the world, Cyberpunk 2020 is what's happening now. So, any thoughts before I blast a couple more tech things and we call it good?
Dude, that is the scariest thing ever. Like, how many generations until you consider getting one?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, for that specific purpose of, like, synapse fixing and, like, helping limbs that are fucked up, like, that is its only purpose, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least right now. Like, I mean, that doesn't really serve a purpose for me, but, like, you know, like, if I had a car accident or, you know, I fought in a war or, you know, something, you know, I would be like, yeah, give me that Neuralink to help me fucking get the use of my own fucking limb or leg back.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know, and I have to imagine probably people who've been, you know, paralyzed or whatever, but they've had all their medical stuff are like, yeah, fuck yeah, give me that Neuralink. How much does that Neuralink cost? I'll do it. You know, like, because I'm sure, you know, if you've been like disabled for years, right, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll try a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Right?
What do I gotta lose?
You know, like, absolutely.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We live in strange times.
California already looks like Blade Runner, so it's nuts. Moving on to things that are slightly less, like, scary. Oh, I will say one more thing. On Barack's behalf, because we had to talk about this Neuralink. And Barack's immediate reaction was, well, if it can fix neurons, it can probably stop neurons from firing, right?
That's what.
And then I was just like, what do you mean? And then he's like, bro, military super soldiers, soldiers who can't feel pain. And I was like, shit. Probably.
I mean, that's what it sounds. I mean, it sounds like it's possible to me already.
Yeah.
You can fire them off. You can turn them off. You know?
For sure. Absolutely. So
that is fucking bananas, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Elon Musk's Neuralink. It's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. He even joked. He's been like, yeah, it's so small. You know, like, I could have one in my head right now and you'd never know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, shit, he's right.
They can make you an envoy.
Possibly, dude, possibly. So moving on to other tech things that are slightly less crazy. Real quickly, Apple had their event this last week here. The top highlights were the new Apple Watch will do blood oximetry, which is super useful for people who are, drunks or got health issues. And supposedly, and Apple wasn't saying this, but I've heard other places that I've probably not talked about on the show, that blood oximetry has been used to help somehow detect COVID 3 days before it actually, like, activates in you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd imagine that that's going to be a big thing there because I don't know if you knew this, Mike, but the NBA, yes, the National Basketball Association, in order to get back onto the field during this whole COVID thing, every single player is wearing a tech device called an Aura Ring. And the Aura Ring detects your blood pulse oximetry, which can somehow help you detect COVID or something. I don't know. I've looked into the ring. The ring is actually sick as fuck. I actually thought about getting one, mostly because like it came up, the discussion, because like I was watching it and like Jessica was nearby and she was just like, a tech ring, huh? And then I was like, yeah, that looks cool as shit, right? And she was just like, so would you rather have a wedding ring or a tech ring? And I was just being honest, Mike. And I was like, yeah, I'd rather have a fucking tech ring. Are you kidding me? Like, if I have to wear a thing, I would like it to do something, you know?
And folks, this is where Tim fucked up. Folks,
well, actually, Tim, no, because, you know, Jessica is long on the train that we should have been married by now. And, you know, I feel like I'm there, but also 2020 has been horrible. So it's kind of like, you know, one of those things. Anyways, you know, so she was just like, huh, an Aura Ring, $300, huh? And some court certificates. That's all it takes to get married. And then I was like, maybe?
Potentially, yes.
Yes. So that was kind of a big deal. And then the bigger deal, which is still blowing people away, Apple introduced a new processor in their iPad, the A14. And, you know, I know you know a little bit. Uh-oh. I see a warning of some kind on my computer monitor, but it's about 6 feet away. Vamp for a second. I'm going to go check it. Make sure it's not the recording or something. Yeah.
I'm quite terrified, actually, of the speed in which processing power and, you know, neural links are starting to exist. But I will also be the one to fully, if you give me the opportunity to be a superhero, I might take the offer. So, yeah, there's that. But I'm just hoping Tim realizes that everything's okay, because there's a warning, but whatever. Happens.
We're fine.
All right.
It was something else, but it had like a generic like warning screen, so I wasn't entirely sure what it was like. Like, the computer's dying, and you're like, the stream's fucked up or something. So it's funny you mentioned being terrified at the speed at which processors advance, Mike, because Apple's new A14, like you know a little bit about processors and gaming and stuff, right? Yeah. So you know there's like cores in a processor, right? Yeah, and like what would you say is the average number of cores you hear about being in things these days?
I'm going to be honest, I haven't really paid attention. I know the new Xboxes and PlayStations came out and everybody was flipping their assholes inside out about it.
Okay.
I remember a number, but I don't recall what it is. So I'm going to say a wrong number and just have you correct me.
That's fine.
We're going to say 8, Tim.
Okay. 8 is a solid number for a high-end desktop computer. So the new Apple A14 system on a chip has a whopping 26 cores, Mike.
Oh, God.
So people have already got this thing in their hands, and they've benchmarked it against a high-end Intel Core i9 like gaming rig CPU, and it fucking destroys it. Just fucking destroys it. It eats it for breakfast. It is its kibbles and bits, and it is just nuts. Further adding to the nutsness of technology, it is apparently the first computer chip ever in the world to be manufactured on a 5 nanometer process. And what that means, other than Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, fucking Ant-Man, Pym Particle, super fucking tiny, is that we are now in an age of computing where the transistor in the chip, you know, little thing that's going on or off, giving us our 1 or a 0 to give us a computer operation, is now measured in atoms. Yep.
I mean, yeah, we're just the caterpillars for technology to become sentient. That's all we are.
I mean, it certainly fucking seems that way. We got fucking neural links. We got fucking chips that are operating on an atom level of the microscopicity. Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah. That's a word you just said. Okay.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Micropicity is what you just said to me, Tim. But it's bananas, man.
It's fucking crazy. And then the only other thing to talk about it in tech is brand new video game consoles are just around the corner in November, November 10th and 12th, respectively. Xbox on the 10th, Series X, and then the surprise itty bitty yet powerful Microsoft console Series S, also on the 10th. And then, of course, the PlayStation 5 is also coming on the 12th. And everybody's excited for next gen. And they're all, at least comparatively to this generation, they're all super powerful in comparison. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I already know where I'm placing my bets, but we can talk about more of that in gaming. But yeah, tech stuff.
Yeah.
Roll that dice. Get on to something a little more micable.
Shibuya.
That's a thing.
Microphone. Full of mic.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 10, sir.
Okay, so 10 sounds like entertainment to me.
That's
So,
fine,
Mike,
mate.
what you been
Oh man,
watching? What you been reading potentially? What you been not watching in a movie theater?
I've just been watching shows. I watched Batman Beyond last week.
Nice. As did I. We talked about this a little bit yesterday.
We did.
Yeah. You know, there's just like a Batman Beyond whiff in the air, and we had to get our fix.
I've watched The Boys.
Oh, yep. I'm watching
on Amazon.
I'm watching The Boys too. You current on it?
I am.
Yeah, that's I mean, we've seen rough superhero sex now. That's a thing.
I mean, that is indeed a thing. I've watched. Man, there's so many shows I've watched. I mean, The Office again, Community again, Parks and Rec again. Have you started? Well, I just started Lovecraft Country.
I started it too. I am mixed on it. I've seen 2 episodes.
Okay.
How many have you seen? Did you just see the pilot?
I just saw the pilot, and I love it.
Okay.
But I love Cthulhu Mythos and all that. So.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Cthulhu Mythos or anything. I think I don't know. I'm going to see a couple more episodes of the show because like I feel very mixed about it. Without any spoilers, like I thought the pilot was fantastic, and I was like, all right, I'm in. And like episode 2 is I don't know whether it's like directed poorly or something. Like episode 2 is just not as good as episode 1. And I was just like, I don't know. Like this show maybe doesn't know what it wants to be, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm going to give it a couple more episodes also because there's not fucking much else on. Yeah.
I think Jordan Peele is a new master of horror.
I think so too.
He's so good. Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, it's surprising, especially since he came out of left field with that shit, you know. But yeah, no, I've loved Get Out. I've loved Us. I won't say I loved his new Twilight Zone reboot or remake or whatever. Like they're all right, you know. I know it got a second season. I stopped somewhere in season 1. but they were okay. Like, I wouldn't say they were bad. Maybe they were just not what I think of when I think of Twilight Zone. And obviously, when I think of Twilight Zone, I think of the originals personally.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
Roger Corman.
I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I fucking don't even remember that one. The one with the dude, and he's the only one on the planet left alive, and
The glasses.
yeah, the
With
glasses, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna read all these books, and he fucking breaks his glasses, and he's like
No.
fucked because he's so blind.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh man, fuck, that is a thing that could happen.
That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, Roger Corman's version. I mean, I always remember that white guy in the suit in black and white, and he just got done smoking a cigarette because you just hear it in his voice. But it's such a good, it's always I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I'm looking forward to I don't know if you saw the previews for the movie Antebellum.
I have not.
I mean, it's you from the name you can get what it is. I can link you a trailer if you want to see it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just I watch weird things too. Like I watched my calm down feel good show is The Amazing Race.
Okay.
Because I think I would be a great partner in the Amazing Race. 1, I'm fast as fuck. 2, I'm devious. 3, I'm crazy, so I'll eat the weird shit that people have to eat. And 4, I don't care about friends. I'll cheat to win. Like everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna be friends today." I'm like, "Fuck that! Roadblock that motherfucker. Send him back." Nope. I'm gonna listen. We do the Amazing Race, baby. We're coming back with the W. And that's what I told Jess. I'm like, if I ever get a chance to do the Amazing Race, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna do it 100% and win." I'm okay with that. And I'm like, yes, I am. But what have you been watching? What have you been binging? Anything new?
Yeah. So I have a new favorite show that I really hope gets a season 2 on Netflix. I watched it with my Jessica. Have you heard of Teenage Bounty Hunters, Mike?
No.
Okay.
No, but you have my attention, sir.
So Teenage Bounty Hunters is a show about these 2 teenage girls in Georgia. These 2 white, rich teenage girls in Georgia, who accidentally hit their car into a dude who's running from a bail bondsman. And and somehow they capture him and bring him in and get a cut of like the bail bondsman with this Uncle Ruckish type curmudgeon ex Florida cop.
Okay.
And they go to a super strict Christian school where they're not supposed to be having sex and they're supposed to be all godly and then in between classes and chasing after boys, they're hunting motherfuckers down and bringing them in. Is
this a show or a movie?
This is a show. This is a TV show from the crazy mind of Kenji Kohan, who did Weeds and Orange is the New Black. And it is ridiculous and heartwarming and super fucking funny. And it's all in the title, basically. It's fucking awesome, and I need a season 2 yesterday because it's fucking great. It's fucking great. I really like it.
I just added it to my list because I say it now.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it with your girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it with Jess.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing we started watching, and it was just because she watched it, and I was playing, games or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Love on the Spectrum?
No, I'm aware of it though.
Okay, so you're aware that it's basically people with autism dating.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, I'm brash, and I'll tell people how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But people on the spectrum, and I'm not trying to say anything. It's the most fun and like heartwarming show ever
Mm-hmm.
because they're just like one guy was getting ready for a date, and his mom was like, "How do you think this date's gonna go?" And he looks at her, doesn't break a smile, goes, "I think this will be the one that when she sees me, she'll flash forward to the day I die and remember all the great times we've had." And then the dude's dad goes, "Jesus Christ, you're just beating her." And I laughed so hard at this show. And then 2 scenes later, I'm crying.
Oh man.
Because like there's
Man.
one girl and she's like, "Do you like video games?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I like video games." And she's like, rips ass. She'll just fart in front of him and be like, "Farted." And he's like, "I know." And like, I don't think that they're not dating other people on the spectrum. They might be dating like people who aren't on the spectrum as well. And it's just weird seeing like their reactions. And like, she's like, "Okay, what games do you have to play?" And he like says a couple of games, and she's like, "This isn't gonna work. We should just be friends," and walks off. Dude, it's the greatest show ever.
Oh my gosh.
I apologize. What else are you watching?
It's all good. It's all good. I feel before I talk about a couple other things that I've been watching to try to bring us back up down. I gotta kind of bring us down a little bit and talk about the two rest in pieces of the entertainment world. First is obviously near and dear to me and Mike's heart is Altered Carbon has been canceled on Netflix, and I hope to God that showrunner Lita Ladagana Dalalas, the cyberpunk chick.
a lot of consonants right next to each other.
Yeah, that girl. She's got purple hair. Can't miss her.
Well, you know who also has purple hair, Tim?
Who?
I do.
What? Send me a picture of yourself right now.
I'm going to turn on the video for our Skype chat.
No. Don't do that. It fucks it up. No. God damn it, Mike.
Sorry.
No, it fucks it up.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
I see it, though. I saw it.
Hold on. I have a picture. I'll just take a picture. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. It just fucks up all the files. I guess I'll fix it.
Sorry.
I'll fix it in post. Anyway,
sorry, my bad.
It's all good. It's done now.
Producer / seducer Tim K.A. Trotter. Add that to your list of titles.
Huh? You got that cyberpunk pink hair going on, huh?
Yeah.
That is not something I ever expected to see on you.
It was way more purple. Hold on. That's it. Like died out.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what brought on the pinkness?
Oh, well, it was purple, but it turned pink.
The purple pink.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, like, I'm an agent of chaos.
Fair.
So I might as well accept said chaos.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well, that's the thing.
I sent
everybody.
the second one right after, so you can see the color difference.
Oh, it's coming in.
Yeah, it's slow.
It's a loading.
There's fires going on. Apparently, there's fires going on somewhere in the country. I don't know.
Yeah, just the whole west fucking coast. Oh yeah, that one looks a little bit better in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, but why not? I'm gonna go green afterwards.
See there, yeah. I fucking spy a Febreze bottle in the background there. Just gotta say, represent. Yeah. That's what's up. Febreze is the best smell of all time.
It is actually the best smell of all time.
So
I believe that is the Tide Febreze. If you didn't know that existed.
I did not know that existed. I knew that existed in an actual like Tide Pod Febreze, like the little pack thing you throw in your laundry. I didn't know that it existed in an aerosol can.
No, now it has the aerosol can. It smells like Tide, and that's the only one. That and like Fresh, I think is what it was called, is the only one that Jess likes.
Yeah, isn't Fresh the normal Febreze scent?
Yeah, it's like Fresh and Meadow, I think, are the two. Yeah, like she likes the normal Febreze smell. She likes the Tide Febreze. And she likes Meadow, which is like watery. I don't know how to describe it. I like all of it. I like smell good. I burn candles.
Yeah.
But
I burn candles too, man. We've been over this.
Yeah, big old.
Jessica got this. Jessica got this one from a bath bomb because she's been doing bath bombs a lot. And she got like it's like Carnival, like the candle is fucking called Carnival, and it's just like cotton candy and like kettle corn smells.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of awesome.
Okay, because it's funny you mentioned bath bombs because sometimes I do them as well.
Oh, yep. I've been doing that too.
Treat yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly. So okay, I gotta say, since we're
your skin suit,
since we're talking about our skin suits in our bath bombs, even though we're men, with our candles.
I don't give a shit.
Do you add other things to the bath besides the bath bomb?
Like Epsom salts and such?
Well, I mean, a bath bomb is usually full of the Epsom salt anyway. But I mean, like, for me, because I know it's good for me, I will throw 6 green tea bags in there. Nope, I'm weird? Okay, moving on.
No, you're not weird. Like, I think, I don't have, like, I have bath bombs that have, like, charcoal in them.
Mm-hmm.
So it like helps you. It like pulls the toxin out your skin. I think I have a couple green tea ones that is like full of green tea. So basically the same thing, but I just have bath bombs that have it. Like I go. Jess has. She goes to she has a store online. It's called like Lush. She gets her bath bombs. Yeah, she gets her bath bombs from.
So it's funny you mention that. So there's a they have a store in a mall nearby me, and I was walking around coincidentally actually last Christmas. With my friend Daniel, who's the one I was helping move, and I guess will be helping move again shortly. And I didn't know what to get Jess for Christmas, and he was just like, let's go into this fucking bitch of a place. This looks like a girl place. And it was this super like weird experience where there's like all these like girls, and they're like, I don't know, scent connoisseurs or some shit, and they're like making this shit in front of you. And they're and we've been over this, like I have a very limited smell capability, and so she was just like, smell this, and I would just pass it to Daniel and be like, does that smell like something a girl would want? Like I don't know. I ultimately was a bitch and got her like a $50 gift card there, and they had like a really cool ramen shop in there, and my Jessica loves ramen, so I was like, all right, we're gonna give her the gift card for the Lush place, and we'll do like a mall date, and I'll take her to the ramen shop, and then she'll get whatever the fuck she's gonna get at the Lush place.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that Lush shit is great. We've had a bar of soap of them we've been using all fucking year.
Yeah, I use the it's like the gel. It's like a weird bath jelly that they have. And it's
bath
like mint,
jelly. What the fuck?
It's mint eucalyptus. It's odd.
Okay.
It's because I think I have a touch of the spectrum. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
Because I'm very tactile.
Okay.
Like things have to feel right for me to use them, and it's odd using something that's basically like, it's not slime, but it's like flubber. Is the best way I can describe it. Like it's a solid enough to hold its shape, but it's malleable enough that like if you use a scrubby or like a puff, like a loofah or whatever they're called, I don't know what they're called. I always call them scrubbies.
It's a loofah. That's fine.
Yeah, and you can like rub it in. I use one that's like really coarse because it helps get like the gunk of the gunk du jour off of me. But like I can rub it on and it doesn't like destroy it, and it goes like right back into like a little vat, and it makes that noise when it's an odd thing to use, but I love it. This eucalyptus mint.
I got you. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of the green tea just for the same reason. I feel like I heard or somebody told me or I read somewhere that you put like green tea and you soak like a washcloth or whatever, and you put it on like your forehead and your feet, and that's supposed to like help draw toxins out and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so I'm, Tim logic here is just like, well, if I just fucking put it all in a fucking hot ass bath and it's like a fucking tea bath, that should work just as good, right? And
Just put it all over my body.
yeah, I don't know if it does, but I fucking feel good when I'm in it. So,
I mean, that's all that matters.
that's probably good. You know, I mean, if somebody
Now,
wants
do you
Discord
do
or,
hot?
I
Do you
mean,
do like hot baths, or do you do ice baths like I do?
so I'm a bitch when it comes
Huh?
to hot water. So
Okay.
like when I make the bath, like I make the bath like an hour in advance of like
Okay.
when I'm actually gonna bath. So like I will make that shit scalding hot because since they finally fixed our water heater here, you know, my water comes out at like 140 fucking degrees. It's fucking ridiculous. So you know, I'll fill the tub up with that and then, you know, let it chill for an hour. And then I'll dip my big toe. You gotta do the big toe test. And if it's like, ooh, that's nice, I'll go in. If it's like, oh fuck, skin is falling off, then I just kick the water on cold until it's like whatever temperature
Okay.
is not scalding. You know, and then
Yeah.
plus there, also the logic with the tea is like, you know, well, if you're making tea, it's supposed to be fucking hot water. So, you know.
Yeah, you got to pull it out, right?
Yeah, exactly. Jesus, that was a tangent.
It's what we do.
It was a great tangent though. So I guess, I mean, I know we're both super fucking sad about Ultra Carbon getting canceled on Netflix because it was something I
Yep.
genuinely looked forward to.
Yeah.
Even though season 2 was not as good as 1, but you know, so it goes.
Agreed.
So yeah,
I'm also a lot sadder about other things, but yeah.
well, that's so it goes. But yeah, I hope somebody saves it. I'm looking at the Sci-Fi Kings right now. Amazon and Apple, who've just been putting out sci-fi show after sci-fi show.
Bangers too.
Get on
Bangers. Back to, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully that gets picked up. And then obviously, super real sad is Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman fucking died. And he had like some colon cancer that this fucking man never let anybody know about the entire time he was playing Black Panther from 2015 till obviously last year. Which is, I gotta say, man, he hit that shit well, because we all know cancer ravages the fuck out of your body, and that man did not look, you know, he didn't look bad up until the end, which sucks.
Up until the end, but that's what cancer does to you at the end. At the end, it's always a bad time.
So had to be said, I'm obviously big into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and obviously he did a number of great things before that. I guess there was like a baseball movie. Jessica was talking to me about it. I'm not a baseball guy, but she was saying it was like one of the best baseball films ever, and he was in it. I don't know. I guess I don't know anything much about it other than that, but like,
if it's not Major League, I don't talk about it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I don't know. It's yeah, that sucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about that, really.
I mean, it makes sense now that you know what's going on, because he was always like going to children's cancer wards.
Oh God. Well, it's true, but you know, we probably as the public brush it off as like, well, you know, Spider-Man actor Tom Holland does that, and Chris Evans does that and stuff, you know, and you just think that's part of, you know, well, you're a superhero, of course you're gonna fucking go to hospitals, you know, and kind of think it's part of the gig. But for him, it was probably like, nah, dog, like I'm with you right now. Like you don't even know. You know, and also looking,
I don't think he told anybody. I just think he did it.
Well, and think about it this way too. You know, Black Panther is such a spiritual character, and he has such reverence for the dead. And looking back on lines like, you know, and it was funny. I had rewatched Black Panther just before he passed, actually, and I was just like, man, he probably knew that he could, he could biff it at any time. And so like that kind of like tortured depth / like at peace with shit that he portrayed in that character was not only perfect for the character, because like that's how I always read him in the comics personally, but
Sure.
man, you feel it and you look back on it now and it's like, this fucker knew.
Mm-hmm.
This fucker knew, and he didn't let anybody know, and just passed it as, you know, obviously it was a great performance, but it was just like, man, sucks. So I mean, I'm not gonna beat it to death, metaphorically speaking, because it's already been talked about to death, because it was a huge fucking deal. That
big bucket of win for that man.
For sure. So other things that I've been binging, we've been binging Raised by Wolves on HBO Max, which if you haven't seen it yet, Mike, you should. The gist is, in the future, there are it's a sci-fi show from Ridley Scott, I might add.
Okay.
So it looks like a Ridley Scott movie. You know, it looks like Aliens, and it looks like fucking all of his sci-fi shit.
Mm-hmm.
So in the future, the world has come down to two factions: atheists and this religious group that's kind of like a sci-fi safe. I don't know, maybe they're Catholic, maybe they're Christian. You know, they praise Sol, like the sun, as the god of the universe or whatever. But it's like very, like, they're very crusadery looking, I guess. Very, very, all that sort of stuff. And then basically, they all fuck the planet up because the atheists make androids that like are crazy, like weird, fucking like book sci-fi creepy weird that like wreck the planet. And so they have like one other habitable world, and like the soul believers send like an arc of like all the you know, the last of humanity to this planet to go recolonize, and then the atheists send two androids on the other side of this planet to colonize with, like, by making babies in like android utero womb on this planet that nobody knows anything about. Okay. And it's about this dichotomy of actual human kids being raised by android parents versus ultra religious sanctimonious type group, and on an alien world. And it's super fucking dark, it's super fucked up. I will say this though, it is a slow burn. Like, don't go into it expecting like, this is gonna be like a fucking like killer thing. It's more of a, I mean, just think about like all like the slow, like more emotional moments, or more like filmic moments where there's not a lot said but a lot shown, and that's Raised by Wolves. And it's super fucking dope. Also, I really am digging their release schedule, because unlike Boys, which unfortunately is releasing once a week, so Raised by Wolves is doing it like totally differently than anybody else I've seen. So the first 3 episodes were available right off the rip when it came out a couple weeks ago, and then each Thursday they release 2 episodes until the finale, which is supposed to be like a 2-hour finale. And I was like, that's very interesting. So it's really cool because like each 2 episodes kind of feels like 2 sides of the same coin, you know? Like, you know, because like an episode will end like in a weird spot and you're just like, oh, what the fuck, I gotta wait. And then they're like, oh, wait a minute, no, the other episode's right there. All right, I can fucking play it, you know? So it's really good. It's also one of the few HBO Max original productions. So like it looks really cool, the production's really high. It's really good. I can't say enough good things about it. Huge sci-fi guy, so obviously I'm gonna watch the fucking sci-fi show that's on HBO Max. Super good. You would probably dig it, Mike, I would think.
I mean, I've seen good things about it, if that helps.
Yeah,
like everyone has said it, and I'm like, it's another Max I have to get. That's like, you know what I mean, the big issue.
Well, don't you have HBO Max? I thought you said you had Max.
I do have. Oh, it is HBO. I'm sorry.
I literally just said HBO Max.
I'm sorry. I heard Cinemax,
Oh no!
Like, in my head,
Let's be honest. Who has Cinemax?
I did when I was 16.
Well, but that was when Cinemax was actually good.
It was Skinamax then.
Yeah, exactly. Skinemax. Yeah, we all. I remember.
Yeah.
And then the other thing also that I watched on HBO Max, and I'm excited to announce it actually did get greenlit for a third season because it was a little worrisome that it might not, is I've been watching the totally unrelated to any prior animated thing, DC's Harley Quinn.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen that show, you should.
Is that when Alan Tudyk?
Alan Tudyk is the Joker.
Yes. Okay.
Lake Bell is Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn is played by
Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah,
whatever?
Kaylee Cuoco.
Cuoco.
That chick from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is ultra fucking whip bang funny, super fucking ultra hyper R-rated violent, like crazy fucking violent. Like way like Deadpool violent.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like the first fucking episode, like Joker and Harley are arguing about their date as they're decapitating people on a boat. Like it's but it's super fucking funny. Like it also like makes fun of Batman like a lot. Like fucking it takes place in its own universe, and like it's from Harley Quinn's perspective, so everything is like totally different.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Superman is like this self-important asshole, and fucking Batman is probably more like the Lego movie Batman, where he's like super like there'll be like scenes with like Batman, and then like Batman will be like, oh, I'm gonna hunt down Harley Quinn and bring her to justice in Arkham, and then like Alfred like brings him like some coffee, and he's like, it's too hot coffee, I can't drink this. Alfred, remake it again. And then Alfred will be like really witty and be like, oh sir, you could just wait for it to cool. And then, and then he'll be like, Batman waits for no coffee. Like it's super fucked up. And like Jim Gordon is like an alcoholic trying to like keep shit together at Gotham PD. It's fucking amazing, dude.
How much is that a month?
Again, it's on HBO Max.
Oh my god. Okay. I haven't looked on HBO Max except for Lovecraft Country. I'm an idiot.
Okay, so here's the deal. Everything that's on HBO is on HBO Max. Now, everything that's on the DC Universe app, which this Harley Quinn thing was on, like Titans and Doom Patrol, that's all on HBO Max now too.
I need to look through HBO Max.
Everything's on HBO Max now. Like yeah.
I literally only got HBO Max because of Lovecraft Country, and it's right on the main banner, so I just click it like a dummy, and I go, what else does this have?
Yep, well,
now I have a bunch more shit to watch. Okay, yeah. Question. Is Alan Tudyk a good Joker?
So, he does a voice, which is predictable because it's Alan Tudyk. He does voices.
Of course.
I don't think the voice that he chose for the Joker is... like, I've heard him do a lot of voices, and of his catalog of voices, it's not the voice that I would think Alan Tudyk would be the Joker as.
Okay.
Like, it's a lot, like, deeper and gravelier, if that makes sense, than Jokers you're used to. And it's also possible that he wasn't trying to do, like, a Mark Hamill kind of thing.
Well, yeah. I think that's the line everyone must walk through.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like he does his own thing, and
it's like being Batman and try not to step on Kevin Conroy.
True, but so he also voices like half the cast in this show too.
Oh, okay.
Like he's also Clayface, but Clayface in this one is an aspiring theater actor.
Oh God. Okay.
Fucking
I love this so much.
You watched Arrested Development, right?
I watched like a half season worth.
Okay. Do you remember the brother that was kind of special, Job? Not the one played by Will Arnett, but the other brother?
Yes, the one with the hook.
Yeah, the one with the hook.
Yeah.
So he plays this DC villain called Dr. Psycho,
Okay.
who is just like a raging anti-feminist, and he got kicked out of the League of Doom because he called Wonder Woman a cunt.
Oh, oh, good. Okay. You don't have to say anymore. I'm already in. So this is basically like it's an adult cartoon.
Oh, it's 100% an adult cartoon.
Okay. To quote my favorite episode ever of Rick and Morty, "You son of a bitch, I'm in."
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go look through HBO Max because I'm a dummy.
Yeah, it's super good, dude. You gotta
Yeah.
give it a go.
It's a part of my problem because my ADHD, like I have ADHD. Obviously, I have ADHD. You can hear it in my, just by the way I act.
Mm-hmm.
But mine, I have fixation issues.
Okay.
Like one of the big arguments that Jess and I had recently was she asked me for help doing something in the house, and I focused on the littlest detail of it as opposed to the big picture.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Babe, you stop. That's not important." I'm like, "Well, you asked me to do it." And she's like, "I asked you to do this. You did this." And I'm like, "Shit." And I was like, "Okay, so I got to work on that." That's one of my problems. Like when I heard Lovecraft Country, because I love Lovecraftian horror, I was like, "I'm gonna watch it." Boom, and I just got it. And I just, like I said, I turned it on. Lovecraft Country was there. I was like, "Well, this is it then." Pop up. And that's all I had to do.
Yeah, you should really take a minute and scan through what HBO Max has, because it's kind of the only other streaming service that's got as huge a catalog as Disney Plus. Because HBO is Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers has a lot of shit. So, but yeah, it's great, and they parody some of the villains too. Like Bane does like the Batman Dark Rises Bane voice that you can't fucking understand, like on purpose.
This one.
Yeah,
that one,
that one exactly. And the other supervillains make fun of him for it. Like when he when he comes to the Legion of Doom meetings, they give him like the plastic folding chair that he's obviously too big to fit on, while everybody else has like nice chairs. And he's like, "Oh, why can't I get a villain chair?" It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, it is. It is super wild in the best possible way.
Okay. Any other villains in it? Like, is there?
Fucking everybody's in it. Fucking Jesus Christ! Like fucking all of the Batman villains, Superman villains, even Darkseid's even fucking in it.
Oh wow!
Like, okay, so to give you an example, like the premise of the show is Harley Quinn is tired of Joker's shit, and so she like moves on from like loving Joker to like trying to date again. And in an episode, that I won't spoil who she's dating, but she's heartbroken that she can't be with this person, and so she goes to Apocalypse, beats the shit out of Grandy Gran, and comes back and conquers Gotham with an army of parademons in one episode. Like this is
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm for this.
Yeah.
I'm so for this.
Yeah.
I'm 5 this.
Yeah, it is ridiculous, off the walls baddie in the best possible way.
Love it. Love it.
Perfect. So I'd highly recommend Harley Quinn. Anybody that's got DC Universe or HBO Max. It's dope. And then obviously like a month ago, me and Jess watched Umbrella Academy season 2.
Okay.
Which was fantastic. Have you seen Umbrella Academy yet, Mike?
I've seen some of it. Jess is vehemently against it.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Her favorite band is My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
And she believes that the band doesn't exist anymore because Gerard Way
wrote the comic book that the show is based on.
Wrote the comic book that became the show, and then she says, and I quote, "He used us fans to get famous so he can make a comic book." And I'm like, it's a good comic book. And she's like, you can watch it, but not, but without me. And I'm like, well, fuck me. I thought you would be into this.
Yeah, that's a polar opposite reaction than I would expect, especially if she's a fan of the dude's music.
Oh, when I say she's a fan of it, she wants to dance to a My Chemical Romance song at our wedding.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she's that, yeah, she's super into they're her favorite band of all time.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing.
So I'm half a season in.
Okay. Well, you gotta get on that because Umbrella Academy is awesome.
Yeah,
super
nice.
good.
It's super good. I love Ellen Page too. So.
Yeah, she's got a really big role in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, Umbrella Academy. I don't think there's anything. The only other thing that I can think of, and this just happened like a couple of days ago, I started watching an anime called Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is awesome.
Okay.
It's exactly what you think it is.
I get that.
It's about this sad college dude who gets like broken up with this girl in like the first 5 seconds of the show, and he's so sad about it, but he can't bear to be seen as lesser, so he like Googles and he finds a Rent-A-Girlfriend service, and he rents this girlfriend out for like $200 an hour. Sure.
Okay.
It's
weird.
like it's like one of those like funny rom-commy things. Like I've been watching the whole thing with Jessica. It's great. English dub is not out yet, so I've been watching it on Crunchyroll subtitled.
Yeah. It's the slice of life, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I've been
there's no monsters or fighting. It's just like
it's just ridiculous situations that involve him and his totally fake girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay. And
then more ridiculous situations on top of ridiculous situations. It's one of those shows.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I guess I probably should say this because I think we did a show and we somehow didn't bring it up. But I must tell you, I have seen the Joker movie.
Okay.
And I must confess that I hated it.
Really?
Yep. 100%. It's a fine movie, horrible Joker movie.
Huh.
Absolutely.
I mean, okay. Everyone's allowed their opinions.
Yeah. I mean, my crux of it, Jessica also thought the same thing, by the way.
Okay.
And like I thought it was like beautifully shot, like, and it was an interesting take on the Joker mythos. But as a movie that centers around a criminal mastermind, and you reduce him to a not criminal mastermind who gets everything by happenstance, and is also heavily like on the spectrum, obviously, like that's not Joker. That's not Joker. Like I think it was an interesting lens, and like I said, I don't think it was a bad movie. Like I think of it the same way as The Dark Knight Rises. Like Dark Knight Rises is a fantastic film. It is a terrible Batman film. Like
sure.
Joker, terrible Joker film, good film. And then one thing that did rub me wrong, just from a comic book perspective, was how they took a scene from the famous Killing Joke and they made it terrible, like with him being on the show with the what's his name?
The Johnny Carson?
Yeah, the show? Johnny Carson played by why can't I think of his name? He's only been in everything. You know who I'm talking about. The
Robert De Niro?
Yeah, Robert De Niro, thank you. They took that scene almost word for word from The Killing Joke, and they fucked it up horribly. And that did not sit well with me at all. But, as I said, terrible Joker film, good film. That's my stance on it. It's fine. Sorry to cut you deep, because I know you loved that film, right?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, Just
But
saying.
you liked it as a film though, so I can't. You know what I mean? It's fine. You loved it
Well,
as a
my thing
film. I
was,
loved it as a film and a Joker flick.
yeah, see, my thing is like, if that was a Joker movie, that was a terrible Joker movie because it didn't show an origin of Joker. It showed an origin of a sad man who can't deal with his shit, who by happenstance gets Joker-esque. Versus if I look at it from it's not a Joker film, you know, it's like, okay, these things happened. That makes sense why this would occur. I can see why he would do this. And then, like, shit's fucked up and people are rioting and he's kind of, like, part of it. Okay, cool. I get it. You know? Like, that was kind of my take on it. Because, like, if... Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to belabor the point.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it's a little uncomfortable since I'm diametrically opposed to your opinion on it. So, anyway, you should spin that dice, and we'll try to get to the other topics before we run out of time.
Yeah. I mean, we're running pretty close anyway right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of the box, but a 5.
I mean, a 5. If you're doing a 20 rule of 5, you'd round. I mean, I guess we'll round down from that one.
Yeah, you always round down.
Excuse me. Life stories. You were saying you had a weird morning, Mike.
I did.
What was weird about the morning?
Well, I woke up this morning. Obviously, I told you, but Jess took a relaxing day with her and a couple of her girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
They went to a winery. They're staying the weekend. You know, they're having a great time.
Okay.
They're the only 3 people there, and it's like a skeleton crew. So she's like, you know, not having a problem COVID-wise.
Okay.
I got a knock on my door, and I opened the door. It was about 9:00 this morning, and it was a county vehicle, like the township, and they handed me a letter, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I opened it, and it was like, you got to clean up your backyard. There's some trees, you know, small trees growing and stuff like that, and that's understandable. My landscaper hasn't been around, and I just been mowing the grass. I haven't been doing like the extra stuff.
Okay.
So I went and bought a machete.
Okay.
I didn't know a few things about machetes.
Oh,
I didn't know you can buy them at a Walmart.
Okay. Yeah.
Number one.
I don't know why you should be surprised. You can buy all kinds of things at Walmart.
Yeah. I didn't also know that they are also extremely cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So,
did you do a buy one get 2 free?
No. I bought a machete with a sheath and everything, and I was walking around Walmart holding it. You know, it wasn't out; it was in the plastic, you know, protector and all that. But I was walking around. A bag of beans, a bag of Werther's original caramels because I'm 86, and a Red Bull and a 2-liter of pineapple soda. And I was walking through, and people were looking at me because I have purple hair. So it's very odd seeing that.
I did not put that together. Now I get it.
I get into the line, and the lady, like, she sees everything. She's like, having a good day, and I'm like, great day. Things about to get real weird. And then she was like, anything else I can get you? And I'm like, yeah. And I grabbed a poncho.
Oh, of course you did.
Just as a joke. I saw it. It was like $1, so I just grabbed it and threw it on there. And she was like, okay. And she scanned it, and I was like, have a great day. She was like, have a good day. And I was like, walked out, underarm with a machete, swinging a bag full of snacks and a poncho.
So
and I'm thinking in my head, she's probably going, who's gonna die today?
See, and I'm thinking, if I see a purple haired dude in the People of Walmart subreddit, that's you.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. You know what I look like.
That totally reminds me. I had a experience somewhat similar to that, where I was doing a carpentry project, to try to fit all my game consoles in this wooden cabinet, which I have half of now.
Good
and
luck.
like the back was like had like that shitty, you know, that like wood that's like just fucking shit wood that like splinters and it's like super thin.
Balsa?
Not balsa, but like shittier, like super thin particle board that's like just there for a cosmetic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so like it had like this thing on the back end of the cabinet to like close it up, but I needed it to open because I had a lot of game consoles and this cabinet was really kind of too small for it. So I was trying to route all of the like the HDMI cables and the power and shit. I was trying to get it all in this one fucking cabinet. So I cut the fucking backside of it off. But of course, you know, it's like a stained brown-ish black wood thing. And it's, you know, so I cut the backside and the backside was like, you know, all like that exposed like white yellow wood, you know?
Sure.
And in my head, I'm just like, I'm never going to look at this, but it's going to drive me fucking crazy that it's not the same fucking color as everything else. So, you know, in my head, I was like, okay, well, I'll just like fucking paint it, you know, except it's like 2 a.m. And I'm like, well, fuck, what's open at 2 a.m? And then I was like, I know, Walmart. So I go to Walmart and I go to like this fucking spray paint can aisle and you know, and so I get like 10 cans of black fucking spray paint. And like my cart is fucking full of them. And you know, while I'm there, I'm like getting kind of angry at the project. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm also going to fucking drink while I'm doing this too. So, you know, I throw some fucking vodka and some whiskey and shit in there and I'm checking out. And there's this like ancient, and I do mean ancient, like got been 190-year-old like Walmart clerk, right?
Yeah.
And I'm putting just booze and black spray paint on. I'm in like pajamas and a black hoodie. And I'm checking out and she stops me. The fucking Walmart clerk stops me. And she's like, you're not going up and spraying up the town tonight, are you? And the thought hadn't even crossed my mind that the auspicious hour of 2 or 3 fucking a.m., you know, and I'm dressed the way I'm dressed, and I just have spray paint and booze. That it hadn't even occurred to me that I looked like, you know, one of them juvenile hoodlums. And I looked her in the face and I said, ma'am, I am doing a woodworking project and this is the only place that is open and I have been fighting a wood cabinet for hours now. The booze is for me. The paint is for this fucking cabinet I'm working on.
That's funny.
And she looked me straight back in the eye and was like, yeah, woodworking's a bitch. And then I fucking left and I went and I finished the fucking cabinet.
I love that.
And it was just like, you know, so.
Yeah. But the lady, it was so, like, I love Walmart so much because.
Oh, me too.
I don't think you can surprise them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you probably can. But they see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, sort of like one time Jess and I we didn't realize, it was like one of those accidental funny moments. We went and we got a gallon of milk, tarps for like painting, like the blue tarps for like covering things, 7 boxes of pudding mix.
Oh no. Okay.
And painter's trays.
Oh.
And I'm putting it down, right? And I didn't even realize how it looked. And the dude was like, boop, 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 boop. You know, boop. And then he was at the pudding. And he like looked at me, looked at Jess, looked at the stuff, looked at me, looked at Jess, looked at the stuff. And I was just smiling at him because, you know, I'm a nice person. Like I just had a smile on my face. And he goes, crazy night. And I look at him, and I'm like, no, it's just a normal Saturday. And we walk, and I just walk out. Like I didn't do it because I caught the joke. I didn't get the joke until I got home.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I looked at the shit we got, and I was like, oh, he thought we were having some crazy weird pudding thing.
Oh God.
And then Jess goes, I just want to eat pudding. and then I look at her, and I'm like, but I mean, it's an idea, right? And she's like, she just looks at me and goes, Michael. Like, that's
dang,
her literal phrase.
Michael.
No,
she gotta have been disappointed at that point.
No. Well, no, that's how she, like, that's what she does it. Like, she calls me babe, baby, or Mike, or Michael. That's it. Doesn't call me, there's no in between here. And it's just so funny because she's like, God damn it, Michael. And I'm like, I didn't know that it looked like we were going to do some weird stuff. But now that I look at it, it looks like we were going to definitely do some weird stuff.
Man, it's always funny, the things that are funny in retrospect that you don't get right away.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember this, and I know I've told this on the show before, but like when I was driving down, or about to go drive down to Nevada to go visit that girl, long before Jessica, and my Apple Watch had like broken like 2 days before, and I went to the Apple store to like get it fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this dude at the Apple store, and you know, he's getting my watch fixed or getting me checked out or whatever, and he carried on this like long conversation with me, you know, like a more than normal long conversation, but I didn't think anything of it at the time.
Yeah.
And he was asking me a lot about like Netflix and chill. And at the time, I did not know Netflix and chill was code for like Netflix and sex.
Yeah.
Right? I did not know this at all. And in retrospect, I realize he brought it up a lot, and he touched my hand a lot, and I didn't think anything of it. That dude at the Apple store was hitting on me. And,
Sure.
And I didn't realize it until like 6 days later when I'm alone in the car and like visiting that girl didn't go so well. And I'm just like, because I was listening to like, I was listening to the Knock and Boots podcast for love and relationship advices. And they were bringing up Netflix and chill being code for sex and how some of them didn't know it on the show. And I'm fucking driving this rental car up fucking through fucking California. And I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
That nice Apple man was hitting on me. Like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Because, like, I was talking about it like somebody who knew what he was talking about. I was like, oh, yeah, I'd Netflix and chill all the time. You know, Saturdays, Fridays, you know, sometimes just after work. Like, that's how I was talking about it.
I'm watching Supernatural just banging out random broads, too. It's whatever,
like,
man.
That's the way I was talking about it.
Damn, I love it. I love that so much.
Not knowing that's what I was saying.
Oh, that's so fucking funny, Tim. That's so fucking funny, man. The fact that he was talking to you, you're like, yeah, man, every day of the week.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. You know? Like,
what do you watch when you Netflix and chill?
Yeah, but then, like, that's the thing.
And he was like, I don't watch a lot of stuff. I don't really do a lot of watching when Netflix and chill happen. You're like, oh, man, you must get really bored. And he's like, no, I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I want someone to animate this so bad. Just him. Just an animated version of Tim. And it's just a dude talking to him. And it's just him going, yeah, all day, every day. I'm always on Netflix. I also Hulu and hang out if that gets you going.
I mean, this is a few years ago, so I didn't have as many streaming services. But see, like, that's the logic of my brain. It's not the varieties of spice of life. It's just like, oh yeah, no, Death Note was a really good Netflix and chill. You know, like, oh yeah, I Netflix and chilling on Stargate. Like, yeah, you know, Farscape. Yeah, Netflix and chill. Like, it's great, right? And in retrospect,
Oh, you got me Joker laughing. Oh God. Ooh.
So
Oh
good.
man. That's so fucking funny, Tim.
Thanks.
Oh, if I was right next to you that entire time, I would just be like hand over my mouth, trying not to laugh
Yeah, you'd be
because
dying.
I don't want the accidental funny to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
accidental funny is the best funny.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like when you don't know you're funny and then you're funny.
God. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. 100%. Like that's what makes some of the good shows like New Girl. New Girl captures that accidental funny so fucking well.
Speaking of New Girl, and I know how much we love New Girl together.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the show Hoops on Netflix?
Hoops? No.
Hoops.
What's that? Who's that? Who's in it from New Girl?
Nick.
Okay.
The actor who plays Nick. He plays a basketball coach.
Okay.
But it's dirty. It's raunchy. He cusses like crazy. Like he buys one of the kids a hooker because he says I can't play basketball unless I'm a man. Coach.
Oh, damn.
So he buys him a hooker. And he's just like, what the and it's Nick. So it's Nick's voice. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh,
and he gets arrested. He's like, I got arrested again. Okay. And like Ron Funches is in it. It's very, very funny. But it's like it's one of those things I accidentally discovered and was like, why does that voice sound familiar? And she was like, because it's the actor who plays the actor who plays Nick on New Girls. And I'm like, shit, let's watch it.
That's good. That's good. I know there's another show called Woke. That's got the guy. It's got Winston, the guy who plays Winston in it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like a struggling cartoon artist or some shit. And that's supposed to be really funny because like his cartoons come alive or some shit or something like that.
Okay.
Or like talk to him or something.
I mean, he's funny. He's a funny actor anyway.
Yeah. I watched a rom-com with him and some other girl who was also from. Oh no, it was him and spoiler alert for New Girl. It's been over a fucking while. The girl who he ends up marrying in the show.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they had a rom-com on Netflix where she was just a fucking wreck of a person. And she like goes on a date with him and then she like dumps him like 3 seconds in, like on an immediate out, and they end up like crashing into each other's lives and like it's a whole thing. You should check it out. It's solid. It's a solid rom-com. I don't remember what it's fucking called, but it's got those two people in it.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a good one, especially because it's like their chemistry is already there from the old show.
Yeah,
they're just playing different characters. Yeah. It's good. But man, life stories. I didn't expect we'd go into the well of life stories. I mean, you kicked it off with your morning excursion there. Because I mean, really, all the 2020 life stories are kind of terrible.
Yeah,
it's like running from a fire. This choking on Corona here. Like it's just a smorgasbord of bad.
It is.
Like I can't even believe 2020 is not over yet. It feels like such a long year. It's like.
Yeah, but it's already September.
Yeah, but it feels like it should be fucking December so it can be over.
That's true.
That's what I mean. I mean, it's just like, shit, we got more months to go. There's more months where more bad things could happen. What else you got, 2020? Nervous laugh. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But I mean, you've been doing good. You've been still baking up a storm.
Yeah, man, baking. Working, just living.
Good. Good.
Basically, all we can do. I mean, I know we're closing down time wise, so. And this was fun. I've been meaning to catch up with you, and
yeah,
I now know not to attempt to pass messages through Brock, just to call you directly.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what you're thinking with that one. I mean, I feel like you should have just known by talking to Brock, but maybe that's not evident. I only live and work with the guy and see him almost 24/7. Never came up. So it goes.
Mhm.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? I realize we kind of, we're crimped on time here. We both got to bounce. I mean, did you wanna say anything specific, or did you maybe wanna mention some video games you're playing, since we didn't really talk about that in our wheel of 4 topics? Or
no, man. I think maybe next time I come on, we can do that.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Leave a little cliffhanger.
I just heard Nate Fu and Burning Wing go, motherfucker.
I did too, actually. I heard Nate do it.
He's like, come on, man.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Did you catch I think the last episode I finally got those 2 together.
I've been listening.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Yeah, it was good. It was just as magical as I had hoped.
Yeah. 2 great dudes.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of talking about barbecuing.
Yeah. I appreciated it. I love barbecue.
Yeah, so do I. Well, I think that brings us to the end of a decently dense episode, if not chunky on time, Fork in Your Ear. I don't have anything to pimp except for friends of the show, Travis Webb and Gregory Smith's Starlite Comic Book project, which is on Kickstarter right now. It's got 6 days left. They're closing down to the wire so that they can finish issue 2 of their comic book. We had them on December of last year. I know they're getting down the wire and they could use all the help they could get. So if you guys could go bop over to Kickstarter.com and check out Starlite, spelled Star and then Lite, by Greg Smith and Travis Webb, that would be fantastic. Help them out with the Kickstarter if you want to. I read the first issue. It's great. You guys should check out that comic book, since I know they're down to the wire, and hopefully they'll get this comic out before the 6 days those 6 days expire, so that this little plug will have meant something.
The only thing I have to say, wash your hands, don't touch your face, wear a mask, don't be a dick, love each other. Shazam!
There it is. And as always, get forked. Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, Arrival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, Arrival, by author Tim K.A. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
How's everything?
1 second. Okay, how's that?
That's okay. That's good.
Way better?
Yeah, better.
Okay. Sweet. I have no idea. I have no idea where my my usual spin ring is. You got a D20 nearby?
Oh yeah.
I figured. Oh shit.
I mean, after this, I'm gonna play Delta Green. So yeah, I'm ready.
What's Delta Green?
Delta Green is Call of Cthulhu, but in modern times. It's basically like X-Files.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's a fun system. I'm running Brock and a couple guys through it just to see if they like it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm sure Brock didn't tell you anything, so.
I mean, I heard you guys played Cthulhu like a month or so ago or something to try it out or something.
Yeah, we played Call a little bit ago. It was, I mean, I enjoy Call of Cthulhu. I mean, I enjoy Cthulhu, like mythos, Lovecraftian stuff anyway.
Are you watching Lovecraft Country?
Lovecraft? Yeah, I just started.
Oh, okay.
I had to get HBO Max for it, but.
I mean, HBO Max is solid, so.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a bad investment. Anyway.
Nah, it's not bad at all. Okay, well, you ready to kick
computer it? Let me see if my computer is updated and on. I'm on mobile right now.
Oh, really? It sounds fine, actually.
Does it? Well, I mean, I'll just stay on mobile then if you don't.
Yeah.
Really care.
I mean, I got my call recorder is working. The secondary built-in Skype recorder is working. So.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, we can just do that then.
I mean, if you want to just do this, that's fine with me.
I mean, if the sound quality isn't bad, I'm okay.
No, it doesn't sound any. To my recollection, it doesn't sound any
better
or worse than your old setup there.
Cool.
So, all right, you ready?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. Cut in, and we're out. Sweet dude, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. We got one in.
Oh gosh, we gotta try more. Like that was great. I did not expect your, like, of all things, like they were bitching at your yard, and your thought was to go to machetes.
Yeah.
Like that was the first try. It wasn't even just like, no, I'm gonna get an axe or a trimmer or a hedge trimmer or a fucking chainsaw. Like, nah, I'm gonna machete this fucking.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a decent sized tree that I hop the limbs down, I'm about to go get some work into it, notch it off and cut it down. But it was just mainly like thick, like the purple berry bushes that just are like thick grass.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. I just call them purple berry bushes. But I was just there hacking this fast, and I was like, yeah.
Like a blueberry bush?
No, they're poison. Don't eat those.
Like a.
It's like a bush that has
like a brackenberry thing.
I don't know. I know they're poisonous and you can't eat them. That's all I know.
Okay.
But I was just back there hacking at him and got it down and everything. I mean, I only hit the fence post once, so it definitely dinged up the blade.
Okay.
But it was just an odd look of me walking around with jelly beans, some caramels, and a machete.
Okay.
Some sodas.
Yep, that's totally a normal thing. But don't forget the poncho.
Yeah. Also, I got the poncho at the end though.
And then the Netflix and chill after.
Yeah, I got the poncho at the end though. No, I'm buying my stuff. Just Hulu and hang out.
Oh gosh. Well, we're gonna have to think about new names because there's all these new streaming services. There's HBO Max. There's Peacock.
Well, I mean, that just writes itself.
Yeah. And I know CBS All Access is going to rebrand here.
By the end of the year. Writes itself.
Yep.
CB All Access.
Yeah, but what would you do for HBO Max though? I don't know.
That's true. Maybe HBO Max is when you watch it by yourself. Handle your business.
I mean, or it could be like, do you HBO and Max? I don't know.
HBO and Max?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Time will tell.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Now I know that I have a lot more to watch on HBO Max. So.
Yeah, you definitely should check out. You're gonna like that Harley Quinn. For me, it took 2 episodes for me to dig into Harley Quinn because it's so different. Like it's so not what you're used to with these characters, and it's like official. Like it's not a fan fiction thing, you know. Jessica was in from the moment Harley Quinn decapitated someone with a baseball bat.
Okay.
She was like, "Ooh, there's blood. There's a head on the floor. I'm in," and I was like, "Okay." So, alrighty, dude. I'll let you go, and I guess I'm gonna go fucking help my friend again, which I didn't know I was doing.
have a good time.
I'll try.
It was super fun. That was dope, and felt great. It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, we need to do it more often, man.
Oh, for fucking sure, my dude.
And we gotta get a fucking Predator game going one of these days. Like, I haven't fucking played it in months. And I know they've added shit to it. So.
Yeah, we gotta get a little hunting party together.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, dude. Peace out, man.
All right, have a good one, man.
Yep, catch you later.
See you later.